Hey everybody, I'm JB, back with my second video, and tonight I want to list off the 8 players that I think have a chance to actually win Survivor Season 40 Winners at War. Now, these 8 players, I am 99.99% sure that out of these 8, one of them will win. Now, 8 out of 20 is pretty good odds. 8 is almost half of 20, so it's not really that big of a deal, and it's not something to brag about if I am right, but it's more or less not who I am pretty sure will win, but who I'm pretty sure will not win. So, with that said, I'm just going to list them off. I have 4 from both teams. There's a red team and a blue team. There's 4 players from the red team, 4 from the blue team. So, I'm going to start with the 4 players from the red team that I think can win. And I'm 99% sure that one of these 8 will win. But I'm going to start with 4. So, the first player that could win is Amber. And the reason why is because she will be not seen as a threat. She will basically be known as Rob's wife. And once they get Rob out, or if they get Rob out, no one's going to see her as a threat. And I think she'll really shine. I think she'll make those connections. And if she gets to the end and plays a great game, then I think she could win it. And I think this season she's kind of going to be like Sarah was in Game Changers, or that's a possibility, where Sarah in Game Changers was not seen as a threat. She made amazing moves and ended up winning the game. And I think if Amber can do the same thing and take people underestimating her and use it to her advantage, she could possibly just ride the whole game out and make it to the end and win. So, Amber could win. I honestly think that. Second is going to be Nick. And the reason why I think Nick is because he's a newer winner. He's going to be underestimated. And he will not be seen as a threat. He'll be really likable, and I can't see Nick having a flaw in his game. I know that sounds odd, but I just feel like I can see Nick making Final 6. I can't imagine him not going far because he's got the social game, he's got the strategic, he's got the charm, and I feel like, but with Nick, he's probably the least likely out of these 8 to be able to win. I will say that because it depends who he's sitting next to. But my gut feeling, something about Nick really stands out to me. So Nick does have a chance to win. Next is going to be, which if you watched my first video, you might be confused by this, because I actually ranked this person very low and going home pretty early. And this player is Tyson. Now, I do think that Tyson will probably go home very early. I think he will be voted out pre-merge, pre-jury. I have him being voted out 4th. So, but with that said, if he can make it past that, if he can get into the jury phase of the game, get to the merge, he 100% can win, depending who he's sitting next to. Blood versus Water, he was such a dynamic player, and I just, in comparison to others, I feel like he's so unique with his personality and how he plays, and I feel like he'll be underestimated at the beginning, then seen as a threat. People will want to use him as a meat shield, someone who's a bigger target than them, And again, this just comes down to gut feeling, you know. But if Tyson can get past these first few votes, 100% he can win. But we'll see. Like I said, my gut tells me he could win, but my gut tells me that he's going to get voted out before he has a chance to really have the potential to go the distance. And then lastly, on the red team is Sarah. And like I was saying with Amber, if Amber plays a game like Sarah played in Game Changers, where she takes advantage of not being seen as a big threat, then she would win. With Sarah, she can ride that game again, where she's on a season with all winners, and a lot of people are seeing her as a threat, it seems. And a lot of the players are like, whoa, Sarah, you know, she is good. People are aware of that. And she was the last female to win in like 6 seasons, 5 or 6, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So yeah, 5. And she, even though she has that target on her, there's so many other targets. Like, I feel like going into the game, people are going to be more focused on Parvati, Boston Rob, Sandra, Tony, Yule, Wendell, Kim, Jeremy. You know, when you look at this roster of giant, strong players, even though everyone knows Sarah's dangerous, she's just going to be able to slip right through it. And if she can do that, and she can play that same game that she had in Game Changers, she can absolutely win. Make a strong alliance, make the move she needs, sweep in the final 3, and again, gut feeling, I think she can pull it off. So those are the first 4. One of those 4 could win. I'm going to tell you the other 4 now. These are the 4 on the blue team. Firstly, I'll start with who I think will be the winner. If you watched my first video, you will know my winner pick is Denise. Denise is an older woman. She was a big underdog in her season. She isn't going to be seen as a threat. She's going to have a great social game. People are going to want to work with her. And I can't imagine her going home soon. I just can't. I can't imagine in like the first 4 tribals them being like, you know who we need to get out? Denise. I don't see it happening. I don't see them ever wanting to target her, and that's going to be a huge mistake on their part. So she's my winner pick, and she can definitely win. So next is going to be Ethan. Ethan could win. I don't think he's going to be seen as a strategic threat. I think everyone's going to want to work with him, and by the time they realize how big of a threat he is, it may be too late. You know, he may not have to make a lot of flashy moves this season. If we look at last season with Tommy and Dean had all his idols and stuff, and Tommy never won a challenge, I don't think, individual challenge, and he never had to play an idol. He didn't have to make fire, and between the two of them, he still won. Now this is all winners, so maybe big moves are going to play more of a part in deciding the winner. But ultimately, Ethan, his story and his background, if he doesn't come off as a strategic threat, I don't see them wanting to get rid of him that soon. And then by the time they do want to get rid of him, I think he'll have cemented strong alliances and relationships with people. So Ethan, I believe 100% can win. Another one is Jeremy. Jeremy can absolutely win. He's very similar to Ethan, except I feel like Jeremy will probably take more of a strong strategic approach. I think he'll be able to cause shifts in the game and have more control of the game, where Ethan will be more laid back. But I think people will want to work with Jeremy. They won't want to vote him out. They won't want to work against him. In my opinion, he's one of the best winners. So if he makes it to the end, I think he beats pretty much anyone, except for like Sandra, because she, is Sandra. But I don't think Sandra's going to make it to the end. I think a lot of people don't think that. So, yeah, if Jeremy makes it to the end, he wins. I think, because he's, in my opinion, one of the best to ever play the game on this season. And lastly, the last person that could win is Danny. That's right. And the reason why is because she is going to be so under the radar. Her season, she's the first player from her season to play more than once. And she played a really under the radar game her first time. She was so secretive with her confessionals. She didn't tell the producers a lot because she was afraid of them accidentally telling other players. I mean, she is extremely, extremely dangerous and a huge threat to win the game. If she can play that same strategy and form those alliances and relationships, she'll literally just sweep the rug right out of the win from the players. You know what I'm saying? But so those are the 8 that could win. I am 99.99% sure that the winner will be one of these 8. Now, I'll quickly go into why I don't think it'll be the others. Sandra has won twice. Immediate big target. No way they're going to let her get to the end. Boston Rob, also huge target. No way they're going to let him get to the end. I don't even think that he's going to make it to the merge. Who else? Parvati, again, huge threat. You're not going to want to take Parvati to the end. They'd be idiots to take Parvati to the end. I don't think she makes it to the merge. Yule is another one. A lot of people love Yule and they're excited to see him play, but that's the thing. Everyone knows how smart he is, how good he is, and so they're going to get him out. Same with Kim. A lot of people think Kim is going to do well. But she is such a big threat, and she's known as a big threat, So you can't let these players get to the end. If I'm Kim, I don't want to get to the end with Sandra. If I'm Yule, I don't want to go to the end with Boston Rob. Or if I'm Boston Rob, I don't want to go to the end with Yule. And same with Wendell. If I'm Boston Rob, I don't want to go to the end with Wendell, and Wendell doesn't want to go to the end with Boston Rob. So you just got to look at the dynamics between players and who they would want to go to the end with. Who would they feel safe going to the end with? And then you have players like Ben and Sophie, Michelle, and Adam, who are all wonderful winners, great players. But again, when you compare them to others, will they have the game to beat all the odds, and really overcome the game of Survivor against other winners? And I don't think they will. I think the few that I mentioned that are less well known as big overdogs, like Danny and Amber, I think they will have a better chance than others. And then, who am I missing? I think I mentioned everyone. Natalie. Natalie is another one where she is going to be seen as a big threat. And I think she'll definitely try to make a lot of moves in the game. She'll try to make the game shift, go her way. But I think she's a little too unpredictable. Same with Adam. And same with Tony, and certain players that are just too unpredictable. You don't want to keep around. I'm trying to think who I'm forgetting. We have Yule, Wendell, Adam, Nick, Ben, Rob, Tyson, Ethan, Jeremy. Who am I forgetting? Tony. Alright. And then Denise, Amber, Sarah, Natalie, Danny, Parvati, Michelle, Sophie, Sarah. I think that's everyone. If I'm forgetting someone, I'm so sorry. But anyways, that's kind of the reasoning that I have going into this. But I should have mentioned this at the beginning. From season 34 through 39, I've always looked at the cast, and I've been able to pick about 3 to 5 players, and I was like, oh, they may win, or they may win. And out of the 3 to 5 that I pick every season, I've been correct. When season 34 came out, I said Sarah could win. She's one of these people in this cast that could definitely win. Same with season 35. I said Ben could win. If he makes it to the end, he will probably win. And he made it to the end. Season 36, Wendell and Dom, both, when I just saw the initial cast, I said, they're going to be likable, they're going to be strong players, they're going to make it to the end. I was right. Season 37, Nick, he was another one where I was like, he's going to win. Nick, Christian, I'm trying to think, John was actually another one that I thought. I thought Natalie from that season could also win, but you don't know. But you pick some that go home early, but then you pick others that actually win. And then season 38, Chris was another one. It was Chris, Rick Devins, Ron Clark, Big Wendy, Lauren initially, and Reem, even Reem, who, she got voted out first, but she stayed the whole time. And then same with season 39. You look at the cast, and right away, I knew Tommy could win. And he did. So, just from, and I've only been going at it with this mindset since season 34. So, I am 99.99% sure that one of these 8 will win. I'll be shocked if I'm wrong. But I just wanted to share that. My crazy 8s here. But we'll see what happens, It'll be funny if, the 8 I just named are the first 8 voted out. It could happen. But I don't think it will. So, those, I'm pretty sure one of them will win. And if I'm right, it'll be cool. And if I'm not, it'll be funny. So, we will see. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. Appreciate you listening to my ramblings. Subscribe, like, I guess, the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you think will win. Give me your top 5 to top 8. And I think this will be the last video before the show starts. After episode 1, I'll also post a review and reaction to the episode. But until then, I'm not sure. I may post another video. I'll let you know what it's about when I post it, if I post it. But you'll have to wait and see. Yeah. So, anyways, that's all, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you viewing this video. And have a good night. Stay hydrated. Stay healthy. And keep your spirits up. And we're in for a good show coming up. So, fingers crossed it's a fun one. All right. Have a good night, folks. Bye-bye.